Dear students, greetings for the day. Today we will continue our discussion on airport operations. An airport is a facility where passengers connect from ground transportation to air transportation. The world's first airport was built in 1928 at Croydon near London, England. It was the main airport for London till it was closed down in 1959, after the World War II. It is now open as a visitor centre for aviation. Airlines include scheduled airlines and non-scheduled airlines. Airlines can be domestic, international or foreign. Airlines can be passenger carriers, cargo, freight carriers or both passenger and cargo carriers. Most airlines carry both passengers and freight. Airlines can be owned by government-owned companies, private companies or companies jointly owned by government and private entities. Airlines can be owned by one agency but can be managed by another entity. Air traffic services help in navigating aircraft while landing, taking off, flying in the air, overflying any country, taxiing on the ground and parking. They provide a discipline in the air and also on the ground and maintain safety. The International Civil Aviation Organization, ICAO, an agency of the United Nations, codifies the principles and techniques of international air navigation and fosters the planning and development of international air transport to ensure safe and orderly growth. The headquarters are located in the Quartier International of Montreal, Canada. The ICAO Council adopted and recommended practice air navigation, infrastructure, flight inspection to prevent interference, border crossing procedure, air classification, and traffic control, mostly about rule of airspace that we signed and agreed 8 by 52 state on Chicago Convention on 1944 that established rules of airspace, aircraft registration and safety. The convention also supports 18 annexes that are amended regularly by ICAO. A defined area on land or water, including any buildings, installations and equipment, intended to be used either wholly or in part for the arrival, departure and surface movement of aircraft. International airports. An international airport has direct service to many other airports. Handle scheduled commercial airlines both for passengers and cargo. Many international airports also serve as hubs, or places where non-direct flights may land and passengers switch planes. Such airports are usually larger, and often feature longer runways and facilities to accommodate the large aircraft. Domestic airports. A domestic airport is an airport which handles only domestic flights or flights within the same country. Domestic airports don't have customs and immigration facilities and are therefore incapable of handling flights to or from a foreign airport. These airports normally have short runways which are sufficient to handle short, medium-haul aircraft. Regional airports. A regional airport is an airport serving traffic within a relatively small or lightly populated geographical area. A regional airport usually does not have customs and immigration facilities to process traffic between countries. Aircraft using these airports tend to be smaller business jets or private aircraft, generally aviation. Most of the world's airports are owned by government bodies who then lease the airport to private corporations who oversee the airport's operation. For example, in Malaysia, airports are authorized by Malaysia Airport Holding Berhad, MIB. NAB responsible is to focus on the operations, management and maintenance of Malaysia airports. 9 MOB is the operator and manager of Malaysia's 39 airports. The core activities include the management, operation and maintenance as well as development of airports, with primary importance being placed on the operational efficiency, safety and security of passengers, cargo and aircraft operations. There are several divisions to manage each sub-organizations at an airport. These divisions including Airport Operation Services, Security, Fire and Rescue and Maintenance, Airport Planning and Development, Engineering, Airport Financial, Revenues, Business. The primary objective of each division is to ensure the operational efficiency, safety and security of passengers, cargo and aircraft operations. Associated with the movement of passengers and baggage away from aircraft areas, airport facility is devoted to service passengers into and inside the terminal areas. For passengers operations, example, terminal building, car parking and ground access. Associated with the movement of the airplanes on the airport's surface. All facilities considered beyond the passenger security areas. For aircraft operations, example, runway, taxiway, apron, maintenance hangar. Airspace, space area surrounding an airport for aircraft maneuver, after takeoff, before landing, airfield, airside, aerodromes. For aircraft operations area including building, installations and equipments for aircraft takeoff, landing and surface movement. Landside, for passenger operations area to accommodate the passengers, terminal building, and passengers' vehicles, parking facilities, airport ground access systems, 10 area to accommodate the vehicles to, from the surrounding city area and between the various buildings around the airport, cars, buses, taxis, railways. Ground transportation. As airports play a key role in the competitiveness of the global trade, there is a need for a greater federal role in airport ground access. Air cargo is also a key element of trade in the international marketplace. As cargo volumes continue to grow significantly each year, no federal focus has been placed on the fact that the nation's airport ground access system is primarily designed for passenger traffic. More attention needs to be paid to the goods movement component of airports. Purpose: for all public and private fleets that provide passenger transportation services out of commercial airports operating in the South Coast Air Quality Management District. This rule requires passenger car, light-duty truck, medium-duty transit vehicle, and heavy-duty transit vehicle fleet operators to acquire cleaner burning or alternative fuel vehicles to reduce air toxic and criteria pollutant emissions when procuring or leasing these vehicles in the district unless otherwise exempt. Airport fleet operator. Airport fleet operator is a person who owns, leases, or operates vehicles at commercial airports located in the district for the express purpose of transporting passengers. A person is a public agency that is responsible for airport transportation operation, or any private individual firm, association, franchise, cooperative, organization, partnership, business trust corporation, company, contractor, user, or owner that operates at commercial airports and provides transportation services including taxi cabin, limousine, passenger shuttles, and courtesy shuttle transportation such as those provided by private vehicle leasing and rental agencies and hotels, or transports passengers to and from commercial airports and/or granted approval by the Commercial Airport Authority to pick up passengers within the jurisdictional boundaries of a commercial airport. Ground access operations. Ground access operations operator must be familiar with the road access and intersection at the airport. Also the management of vehicles. Examples: type of vehicles at the airport: passengers cars, private car, taxis, limousine, rental car, shuttle bus, patrol car, tow truck, tractor, rail, train, ERL. Tugs and tractor. The tugs tractors at an airport have several purposes and represent the essential part of ground support services. They are used to move any equipment that cannot move itself. This includes bag carts, mobile air conditioning units, air starters, lavatory carts, and other equipment. Transporter. The transporters are cargo platforms constructed so that beside loading and unloading can transport cargo. Depending on the type and load capacity, the containers could be transported, and the same is valid for greater transporters and pallets. Airport shuttle bus. An airport bus, or airport shuttle bus or airport shuttle is a bus or coach used to transport people to, from, or within airports. These vehicles will usually be equipped with larger luggage space. Passengers boarding stairs. Passenger boarding stairs, sometimes referred to as air stairs, boarding ramps or aircraft steps, provide a mobile means to traverse between aircraft doors and the ground. Because larger aircraft have door sills 5 to 20 feet high, stairs facilitate safe boarding and debarking. While smaller units are generally moved by being towed or pushed, larger units are self-powered. Airport limo. Malaysia achieved its first decade as the sole provider of taxi and limousine services from here to destinations in Peninsular Malaysia and from anywhere in Peninsular Malaysia to here.